Hey y'all, so we doing a fun little emerald look today. We starting with brows. I'm using the P. Louise brow brush that I just love. It's just so perfect. And I'm using LA Girl concealer up under the brows to go ahead and what? Snatch and serve them, okay? And you want to just make sure that line is straight and clean. And she has naturally thick eyebrows, and I like to keep people's eyebrows how they are. Like if you got thick eyebrows, I don't be trying to make them thinner, or if you got thin eyebrows, I don't try to make them fat. Like just follow people's eyebrows, and then they won't look like all drastically different and scary looking. I know y'all kind of look that like that look on Instagram, but I don't really care for that. I like to go for more natural. Now I can snap some brows, honey. But I'm a natural girl. I'm a natural, like, glowy girl. You know what I'm saying? So now we're just going over the top of the brow. And I just want you to see how I kind of press the brush into the skin. It allows me to have more control. So don't be afraid to like press that brush up against the skin and use the edge of the brush to really shape your brow. Oh, I just love her brows. And so we're doing the same to the other one. Now remember, your brows are sisters, not twins. They're not going to always look exactly alike. For instance, with her, she has a little more arch in this, what is this, my right one, this right one, than the left one. But, it's okay. Don't, because you'll be all day trying to make a match. So go ahead with your primer. This is P. Louise, and it's a, like a hazelnut kind of color, and because she's a darker toned skin, I like to use warm colors and just really warm it up. The transition color going to be there anyway, so I just like to, this just make everything blend better when you can, kind of get it a little closer to your skin. Otherwise, you're going to have to use eyeshadows. But if you can get the primer to match, it's a little less work. You know what I'm saying? So we're going in with the first transition color, which is a light brown, and then we go into the dark brown with the crease. So you see I'm patting that on. I'm patting, pat, 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 pat. The reason we pat first is to go ahead and set that whatever you put down first. So some people use concealer, some people use primers, whatever. I like to set what's underneath first with my eyeshadow or your translucent powder, and then I'll go in and start buffing back and forth like you see here now. And I like to take it all the way up to the eyebrow, because later on that's going to lead straight into our nose contour, and I just love the way that makes the face look when you take it all the way up to the eyebrow. It just looks more finished and clean. And I'm just buffing it out. This is a fluffy like blending brush, so if you have one of those, you can use that. This is a smaller blending brush that's like a little more sideways. I can't really describe it, but I'm going in with a darker brown in her crease because we want to create some contrast. It's like highlighting and contouring, and we just gonna do a little, we gonna go in with our cut crease with our emerald green, honey. So you just want to keep buffing that out, and then I go back after we buff in this color. I go back and get my other brush and start blending it all together. See, we don't want no lines. You got to buff it out, honey. Now we're going in with the NYX Glitter Primer. And I like to use this under any shimmery eyeshadow or any glitter. Any pigment, anything like that, you want to use this underneath. It's clear, but it's like sticky, and I just love it. It's the best primer ever. It'd be like $5 for this little thing. It ain't super expensive. And as you can see, I'm doing a lazy cut crease where I'm just lightly creating a crease with the brush. It's not going to be like a hard cut crease. You see what I'm saying? Because look what I'm doing with that green. I'm patting it and pulling it, and I'm just like piling it on first. You want to pat it on and then pull it and spread it out. But if you want it real intense, you got to pat it on first, girl. That's why I love this stuff, because it's just so pretty. And I just keep rubbing, and because with pigments, if you keep rubbing, you see how it looks more shiny and more intense. I'm just like rubbing the color in and picking up more color. Now we're going in to prime the face with a spray primer by Gerard Cosmetics. I also put a cream primer on her as well. Right now I'm testing her foundation on the neck. As you can see, one was too light and one was the perfect color. I like to test on the neck because you're matching to the neck. Basically, if your face is lighter than your neck, you still want to match to your neck, or it's gonna look crazy. So y'all got to pay attention to that kind of stuff, or get a color that's in between your neck and your face, because your face is more exposed than your neck, And so it's going to be a little darker sometimes, or sometimes it's going to be a little lighter, other way around, whatever. Pregnancy makes your neck darker. So that's why I try to match to the neck so you won't be looking like the mask. You see what I'm saying? Okay, anyways, but make sure you pat on your foundation. Make sure you pay attention to this technique because you want to pat on your foundation. Do not rub it. Do not rub it on. Don't rub it on. Pat it on. Okay? And I also like to cover people's neck as well. Okay? Don't be cheap. Go down to that neck. If your makeup artist don't cover up your neck, she being cheap. Okay? You need to find somebody like me. Okay? Okay, so right here we are using a dome brush from Morphe. I also have one from Real Techniques, but it's a dome brush. And look, pat, pat, pat. Don't rub it in. Don't wipe it in. It's not damn lotion. We want it to sit on top of the skin. We don't want to rub it into the skin. You understand me? Okay, so we're just patting, patting, blending. So the patting allows for it to blend and also be like, that's it, blend. And I mean, also blend out those lines. You see them blend the lines right there? Like, see, like right there, like, yeah, right there. Okay, because when we finna go in and we finna blend out these lines, that's a little fancy contour stick. And I'm also doing the nose with a brush. See that? It's a fluffier brush, but it's kind of thin. See, and I'm going in real slow, real sexy. And we're contouring the hell out that nose. Remember when I told you I took the eyeshadow up to the brows and it's going to blend into the nose? This it right here. Okay? Yeah, get right up in there. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to take our foundation brush and we're just going to pat. Pat, 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 pat. Patty cake, patty cake. Bakers, man, say it with me. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. You need to sing that song while you doing your face, because you want to remember to pat. If I catch y'all rubbing, I swear for living Jesus, I ain't gonna do nothing. But I'm just saying, like, I ain't know what to say because I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, look, pat. Look, pat, pat. Look how that just blends. And it's kind of like a pat and pull motion. But you'll get it. You'll get it if you just keep practicing. Just don't rub, okay? So right here, I wanted her eyes to be brighter underneath, like more dramatic. And she likes dramatic makeup. I know her. This is my friend. And so we just took a very light concealer. And I just put a few dots on her face. And now I'm taking that same brush and blending it into the skin again like we did the first time. And we just wanted to just be a little bit more dramatic, honey. Because those pictures got to be like popping, okay? Because today is the big baby shower, the big reveal for baby Eden, and we just need her to pop like a real superstar. So this is a close-up of me just getting those lines out before we go in and set with powder. Make sure you do this step before you go in and set with powder, otherwise you will set lines into your face. This is the dome brush from Real Techniques. They're the same kind of brush, but they're just different brands. And I'm patting, I'm pressing that powder into the skin. You can do this part with a sponge. You can do this part with a brush. You can do this part with a beauty blender. However you do, this is when you go in with your powder and sets, okay? And we're just going in all the spots where we put the concealer. Now we're going in with Laura Mercier translucent powder. Y'all might call it banana powder. Whatever brand you got, the RCMA, whatever, you know, touched. I can't even say the brand name. Cosmetics. You can use that. And I'm going in all the places that I went with my other powder. And that was MAC Mineralized Skin Finish to set up under the eyes that we put down first. And then we went over top of that with translucent powder. Okay? So now we're just going under the eye and putting that same pretty ass green up under there. I just love this palette, but they don't sell it no more. It's by Urban Decay and it had all those shimmery colors in it. And I just love it. So we're patting. Look, we're patting. And then we buff. You pat and buff. Pat and buff. Pat and buff. I say it over and over again. So when y'all at home and y'all doing y'all makeup, y'all gonna hear my voice going pat and buff. pat and buff. You see what I'm saying? So the concept is we're just setting the foundation first with the patting, and then we go in and buff it out because we don't want the foundation moving around. And I'm going all over the face with this setting powder. This is the color Dark Deepest in MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. We're going all over the face with it and blending all of those colors and powders and stuff together. Check this brush out. It's like a blending brush for the eye, but I like to do the nose with it because I like the nose to look soft. Y'all be like some people would do their nose real hard. I like a soft nose. I don't really want you to know that I contoured the nose. Like, that'd be my goal. This is Nars Blush. I forgot the damn name of it, but it's kind of like an orange. Oh, Taj Mahal. And look at it. It's so pretty on darker tone people. But this, I'm going in with a pink blush right on top of that to make her cheeks pop because I love her cheeks. Yes, ma'am. Look at those cheekbones. Now, this is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of her darkest bronzers, and I like to use it as a contour on black women because I just love how pretty it is, and it's so smooth, and it go on so smooth. But use your contour powder or your bronzer. Contour powder and bronzer can work the same, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, same brush, and we're going back in with that same setting spray, and now we're setting these brows with the NYX brow glue. I love this stuff. When I tell you it's cheap and it lasts forever and it keep them eyebrows in place, girl, you could go bungee jumping and them eyebrows ain't going nowhere. Okay, don't ask me how I know because I ain't never been bungee jumping, but I assume if you go bungee jumping, they ain't going nowhere because they ain't never went nowhere before. Okay, bloop. Okay, here come the rich shit. Jillionaire Girls Club in the building with the water resistant VIP liner. Look how smooth that goes on. You want to start off by making your line at the corner first, and then we're going to go in from the inner corner and meet in the midsole. And then I just like to go in and make sure my line is smooth, but because it goes on so smooth because it's so moist. And when you mess up, you can go ahead and fix it with, I'll show y'all how to fix it in another video, but it's very easy. And I just love this eyeliner. And I ain't saying it because it's mine and because it got pretty packaging. I'm saying because I use it all the time. And look how black it is. It goes over pigment. It goes over everything, girl. I just love this eyeliner. And look how smooth. Smooth. And it ain't going nowhere, honey. Now, these are our Faux Lashes 8010. I forgot the name of them, but I can put them in the comments. And you want to gently pull them off. And now we're going in with the Wealthy AF Lash Glue. Yes, everything has a hidden mantra. Wealthy AF, because you need to feel wealthy when you putting on these lashes, honey. And say your mantras in the morning. Don't forget. Now we're just going to grab it with our CEO tweezers, mantra, and put on the glue on the strip as well. I like to put it on my eye and on the strip. And we're just going to lightly place it right there on the eye. Now, sometimes when you do both, the glue still be like too wet for the lash to set quickly. As you can see, you got to kind of play with it, tweeze it down. But that's why I love these tweezers, because you ain't got to worry about poking yourself in the eye. So we just going to grab the Glam Fan to speed up our drying time. Yes, yes. And we're just going to squeeze at the base with those tweezers. And again, I love the tweezers, the shape, because we can squeeze them down without having to poke ourselves. Okay, and we're doing the same thing with this eye. And we're just going to use the Glam Fan to dry those up and get them set, because we ain't got time to be waiting all day. The baby shower and the drinks is waiting on us. Okay. You can get all these products at JillionaireGirlsClub.com. Let's start on the lips. And don't forget to share, like, comment, subscribe, all type of shit, because I'm trying to grow my channel and grow my page. All right, so this lip liner is called Crucifix from Kat Von D, and the reason why I use all of her lip liners is because they are waterproof. Girl, listen, my whole lips done came off in the middle, but that lip liner still be on. I just love, and it goes on smooth, and I ain't got to worry about having a sharpener with me. That's why I love these. But I wish she had a slightly darker brown, because some of the other browns I be using, like, they look dirty sometimes on our skin. And this one, I like it got the red undertone. That's why I like this one as well. So this is Sugar by Colored Rain. I believe Colored Rain is a black-owned brand. And I'm patting it on with a fluffy brush. And I don't like to use applicators because you can't blend out and get the look that you want. So I'm blending it out over top of the lip liner. and you just keep buffing until there's no lines. I really hate lines. Now I know this look crazy, but yeah, we're gonna go back over it with the lip liner, okay, and intensify that, and then we will move on. So I'm grabbing the brush again, and I'm going to wipe it off on my hand to get the excess lip over it, because I just want to blend right now. Usually I get a clean brush and do this with, so it doesn't cover up the brown again. But I'm just going to keep blending, keep blending, keep blending, and then we're going to get the look we want. But I'm going over this with a gloss, but I'm just showing you this process in case you like matte. And make sure you get all up under the lip as well. Now we're just adding a little bit of highlight. I think this is from Artist Couture. I'm not sure of the color. It's a little bronzy, but she loves highlight, girl, so we went crazy. So right here, we just added champagne lip pumping gloss from Milani. I love it because it's a perfect little cream color, and it'll go over anything and just make it pop. And I'm using a different brush because the other brush got too much product on it, and I'm just adding it and buffing it all the way around. You want to blend it all the way around. Look how pretty it look on her skin. Yes, and I think that completes the look. Get into it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to see. Will you try color? Will you try natural? What will you do? Okay? Make sure you follow me at iHeartCocoMarie.com and get your products today, honey. Yes. Real rich.